Hello, welcome. Today we're back to, almost knocked it over. We're back to doing some hobbying, some Warhammer. I'm excited. It's gonna be a good time. We'll see how this model handled it as well. The constant looking down, but we'll see. Since we're doing a Warhammer model, I should change up. I feel like, take the jacket off, bring the las gun out. We aren't doing guard today, though. That will be soon. I do need to. Let's get my. What? I was like, oh no, it's breaking. Kind of broken, but whatever. Oh, I know probably why. There we go. All right. I have to change my reference monitor for when I'm looking at like chat and stuff. So, yes. So today we are going to be doing some Warhammer. I just need to make sure I'm set up here. Because I'm not. Nope, that's not. There we go. Let's get the camera fixed up here. All right. I think I'm in good shape here. Hopefully the music stays. So yes, so we're here. We're back in Warhammer. It didn't stay. You suck. Hold on. It's broken. Hold on. Oh, that's why. Hey, there we go. All right, well, hopefully this doesn't break again. My capture YouTube music has been really weird. But we'll see how that goes. I'll keep it there. All right. Yes. So today, we're gonna be working on. Today we're gonna be working on my sister. Just got a notification for something. Yes, we're going to work on my a Canoness with jump pack. We're going to specifically start on. We might shift over, but we're going to start specifically on this version. I did magnetize it, so actually it is kind of here. So there'll be parts where we'll do some touch-ups, but basically the armor is done. It's just everything else that we have to do now. Everything that is something that I won't do on an airbrush. So today's going to be because I didn't want to set up the airbrush. So that was a big thing. So get its arms back in there. And let's get her. Let's start working on her. The focus is definitely going to be something that I'm going to be futzing with a lot, but try my best. All right. Maybe we'll try auto for a minute. All right. We will need a fair amount of gold. I just don't like putting a whole lot down at once. Oh, I forgot my water. One moment. I need hot water. I gotta heat the water up. Give it a minute. I'm back. All right. So let's just kind of play around a bit. We're going to start off pretty. Let me make sure I got my paint rag. All right. What's this around? So one thing I will note is this gold is unfortunately slightly more gold than I kind of hoped it would be. I originally had kind of like a really brassy gold, and I kind of liked that. a little bit golder, but I'm like relatively okay with it because I think with wash, this will come out and be like a really good, I can get it to a really nice tone. Yeah, this is something that I wish I was more conscious of for a while. This is where sisters models end up really being, I think, where like they can run into some toughness is oop. Yeah, like it's like a mold line like right down the center of a shoulder pad. That's insane, you know? And I feel like I did a semi-decent job at caring at dealing with it, but like it still is not great. All right, let's see. Yeah, that's good. Generally, I generally paint my sisters to just a battle ready standard. I don't often really paint them to like supreme quality, you know. I'm the type of painting streamer you would watch if you want to know how do I get my models to just be, or like I want to watch somebody get an army or a kill team game ready, you know, not like Golden Demon. Not that I don't think I couldn't make a decent model, and that I still think you have to put a lot of effort in. You still have to put effort in to get something table ready. Depending on your standards, but like for my standard, right? I still have to put a decent effort. You can't just like do nothing. I'm gonna take her arms out actually. I want to use this because I want to do a little bit of accenting. Ah. This one's gonna be tough. I'm gonna look really weird on the bottle, sorry. It's gonna look real weird. Like kind of too thin. Too thick though. It's gonna be too thick on my brush. I leave it that way. Just try to like make it really light. No. You know, I never feel more like the like toy fixer guy from Toy Story than when I do like this type of like modeling, model painting. All right. Well, that's about the best it's gonna get. Honestly, it's not terrible from afar. It's just this kind of singular, simple accent piece. So not the end of the world. Um, Definitely not the end of the world. I'm gonna make the pearls white there. That was a perfect back lay there for the inlay for this. That went on perfect. All right, now on the plus side, this part will be a little bit more fun. I get to just kind of, pretty much just kind of get to paint this on a whim here. I'm only really avoiding the inner, but I haven't on previous models. Just from a design standpoint, I find it would be nicer. Every now and then, I whack my brush on the stand holding the camera. It's really funny because there will be like, now there's paint marks, but it also means that like I now have to go paint the brush because most of it just flicked off on it. We're switching to manual because it wants to be annoying and autofocus on things it shouldn't. I wonder if I can maybe get away with we're gonna get a little jostly here. Down. Should help because now we won't have to be as, I don't have to zoom in, which really wasn't much anyway, but I should have more leeway now. Unfortunately, if I get close, it will end up being too close, which is the thing I was trying to avoid. But I think I'm kind of stuck in that rut now. Sorry. Every now and then I watch my model like snap into spots. This is why though when I actually did when I did like face cam and stuff, that I actually just like I generally did, and but when I would do this, I would not have a face cam because half of it's just me with my head down. It's not incredibly interesting to look at. What's up? Sorry, I missed that. I was locked in. All right. We're still here. Thank you for coming. It's the one thing that I think you get as a tiny streamer is you unfortunately very easily forget when you talk to no one frequently enough that somebody will show up at some point. All right. Let's see. Oh, I guess this hip pad. What actual armor piece is called? Well, I think we're pretty much set on the gold. Oh no, I can just use gold here. And then the like Grieve accent. Next up is going to be white. And the reason it's white is because I'm actually going to do some contrast underneath it. So, roll the top of it. So I need to white out a number of pieces to fit the cloth. We're doing good. The skin tones is where I'm going to get really worried. That's where I'm going to get worried for sure. So I actually like to use this like zoom in just to see if there's like pieces of detail that I missed, like on the kind of like on the Imperial sigil here. All right. Yep. I think we're good to go to white here. I'll do like some of this. It's kind of like whatever I can grab. Like essentially just kind of dry brush it so it's like, see how it's like now it's like not all of it went on, so it's like kind of faded. That's what we want. Where's wait. All right, here we go. I'll lean in again. All right. Gonna really lean in for that. Now this part I don't have. Has to be semi-mindful when I get close to things. Otherwise, most part, kind of roll here. So nice when it's a big thing and you just get to go all over it. No thought. Head empty. Just brush. I mean, which is honestly probably a description for most of the Warhammer community. But listen, I've read enough comments on different Warhammer creators' videos and my own. I love this community, but damn, we got some dumb motherfuckers. Maybe a lot of shadows. It's gonna make it hard for me to see here. All right. Okay. All right. He does want to just keep it white. Not the hair. I will retain probably like a sister with non-white hair that is not part of our martyred lady till the day I die. Because yes, many sisters have white hair, but not all of them do. And not all orders do either. When the sisters do have them, it's mainly a show of respect. Let her face do, because otherwise my skin tone will not work. Yeah, I do actually kind of like the white on the cape. So maybe I'll just go pretty soft. Let's see. I've not been amazingly consistent with how I've upkept a bit of the cloth and the capes and stuff. Yeah, so maybe what I'll just do instead is just like try to get it to be like really thin and just kind of do like this. And then just kind of thin this down a bit. Like this kind of. Just kind of turning it into almost a gray, but like letting the water just kind of flow in. Yeah, that goes. Let's try it with the back side of the cape. Just dab in like little splotches in places. Trying to break up this spot here that dried up too fast. I need like a bit more though. Really kind of gray it up here. It looks very dirty here. Okay. Should have a worn orange feel.
Yeah, 'cause the front's actually drying up very nicely.
we're getting some layer in here. That looks sick. Like, it's like a very dirty. It's like it now it was white, but it's obviously now a very dirty war torn white. I like that. I like that a lot. That actually I think looks really sick. I'm a big fan. Big fan. Now it's gonna be the worst part of this whole thing, which is going to be me trying to get through this skin tone thing I hate the most. Really bad. Ugh. Okay, we're gonna see how well my potential skin hack will do. Alright, I'm gonna lean in again. Kind of let it glob over is the best way I'm going to get inside of the hair. All right, so for now, this will not look good for a good bit. So funny when you see it on camera, it looks like it's very like it gives off caked over Space Marine vibe right now. But don't worry, hold on. This is only step one. I've watered it. Kind of pulled off a lot of that color now.
getting over here is maybe a little bit more complicated. Yeah. The question now is, where is my flesh shade? Autofocus really not wanting to work with me here. It's not really coming out the way I'm wanting it to, though. I think that tone was just too dark. Yeah, I think it's best I kind of just start over here. Try to clean up some of the things I fucked up on here, but do that afterward, it looks like. Unfortunately. My bad. All right. I'm gonna start on the flesh shade. I'm gonna see kind of what it does. Because I'm doing a bad job at the moment. I think it's just gonna need a few layers.
Trying to get it to dry quick.
It's getting there.
It's where I'm likely to leave a lot of my flesh tones. I'm not going microscopic. Like, look, I'm not doing like,
All right, so the perfect way to get in here, you need the with the you know, your perfect thing must be aligned with the
like, it ain't happening. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. This is about being table ready. Speaking though of, well, I do need to light up actually. Knapsack on the side here. rid of some of the splotchiness here. All right, that'll definitely need a second one. I don't want it. It's kind of red, like redheady. I'll be right back. I gotta change my water. All right. I'm very pleased actually with how this cape came out. I feel like we've got really nice accent with the like the bright spots on the waves. I feel like it's looking really good. So I'll wait for kind of that hair to get into a good spot. Let me do the painting I wish to do on the sword here. Now, because she is in a leadership position, I kind of wanted to give her a different colored blade. That's why I left the bottom undone. I wonder if I should darken it first. I feel like if it's all gold, that'd be too much, right? Like if I made the blade gold, I feel like that's like too much. Which, I mean, what is 40k but excess, am I right? Emperor's Children. So, yes, because otherwise I would make the base of this gold. But that's the question, I guess. Yes, is if I should do that, make this a different color, and then maybe just kind of do like stuff like this, where I can kind of just like do like this. Just kind of like feel like this, like accent it, like up and down. I need to do a better job, but you know what I mean, right? Tough part is the main accent colors for their weaponry is always, or the only accent colors you generally have is gold, right? So that's the question then. It's what do I do with, or what should I go with? You know, I don't really have an extra accent color that I have used historically. Let's just try it. Let's make the whole thing gold. Let's give it a go. Because you know what, like I said, we'll give it a good wash and see how that makes it turn out. My wife, hold on. just see how this looks, you know? Maybe in this case I could make the base of this the armor color. Then I feel like it blends in too much. I should just like make it a silver, like I will with this stuff. So let's do that. Why the fuck is there a Christmas song in this playlist? What? My mouse. Get the fuck out of here. Ugh, God. I opened the lid to my silver and it's just all over me. I have to get the arm cloth here actually. I haven't realized it. do this easily. There we go. Ugh. All right. Let me just quickly fix what's on that mask there. Wait, this is I don't know if I have. What do we have? There we go. Give me a second. Let's see how this looks. When it's all together here. I'll try to fix something off camera here. Damn it. So what's happened is some of the contrast blobbed over into the eye socket. Now she has this like black eye, which is a real shame. But from the classic table afar, she's in pretty good shape. Get my wash and then call it good. I think on her. So I need to be careful, obviously, that this only goes on to armor and gold. We'll take this off again. More than I thought. We're using an earth shade kind of equivalent. It's called soft tone when it comes to the army painter bottle, but right. I went under myself for a minute, but just needs a moment to dry now. As you can kind of see, it's still pretty wet up on the had to get the face quickly. I like to use kind of like a wide synthetic brush for the washes there. It's just nice. Sorry, 1 second. I have to check something. Make sure. There's no hypersensitive information. Good. Okay. What? Okay, good. All right. Sorry about that. Yeah, this is actually a big reason why I like using this wash on this color, especially. This. Hey there. Sorry, I didn't catch it right away as it came in. I had to I had to send an email. But yeah, I like the way this wash affects the color of this. Man, the focus could just work with me for the love of for the love of everything, please. Oh my god. Bro, I am at f11. This is like as wide as a lot of cameras get. Like, come on. Why am my focus still so bad? Anyway, sorry. Yeah, so like the way that it like kind of hits the, helps the darkness out. You could definitely. So yeah, a bit of a drying here. Get rid of some of these kind of very like reflective spots. Instead use dab a tiny bit of water here. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. Although I specifically do have a lore podcast, or not even just a lore, a podcast about Warhammer to literally help people deal with such a thing. So that is down in my links below, if you so wish to be interested. Otherwise, yeah, I mean, the lore is always cool, man. The lore is just cool. I love it. I mean, that's how I got into it. Was I played Dawn of War, which I'm so excited for next week. Yeah, I got Dawn of War and just got hooked on everything about like all of the factions. I loved playing Eldar. That was my first one, actually. I loved the Blood Ravens. Don't get me wrong. I really did love the Blood Ravens. I still do. Love those psychotic kleptomaniacs. But definitely loved playing as the Eldar in that game, and then especially I ended up really getting into CSM because I was a angsty emo preteen, baby. I'm like, yeah, they got all the spikes and like their buildings have like living souls trapped in it. Yeah. Like, to give good context, my favorite army in Warhammer 3 at the time was undead. So just like if I didn't make it ultra clear enough how much of an edgelord I was. See here. Yeah, it's still got some reflectiveness to it. That'll kind of go away as it dries out. But yeah, she's in good shape, I think. And this almost just friction fits versus the magnets doing anything. Absolutely, man. I mean, so the whole basis of it is my friend, one of my best friends, has really no close to zero knowledge about Warhammer. His hobbying was only Gunpla, which we will do on stream at some point. We actually might have time to do it today. I have a little gotcha thing. I'll show it in a second. But yeah, so the he was like, you know, hey, I'd be like I'm very I'm interested in Warhammer, and I was like sick, because you know I really want to make a podcast where essentially I teach somebody Warhammer, and he's like, yeah, we could do that. And so the basis of it is, you know, I am sitting there and I'm telling him all the deets about and I especially I like to really look at our podcast as it's a middle ground between, I like to think of it as a middle ground between Adeptus Ridiculous and Poor Hammer. That's like my number one kind of my elevator pitch for it. Is if you like both podcasts and want something that feels like both, then you will get it, because we got the memes. I talk about hobbying and memes and hobbying, as well as plenty of various disrespect. Jokingly, of course, jokingly. But yeah, actually, the gold sword, it's a lot, but honestly, I actually think it's kind of cool. I might maybe do something to accent it in the future, but I like where we're sitting right now. I would base this, but my terrain that I use for the sisters terrain, the terrain paste, it broke, the jar broke, and it's all dried up, so I can't do that. So, well, oops. So I was talking about those. So I recently went, it was actually a minute ago now. I went to a Japanese market, and they had gacha machines, and they had a Gundam one. So I did one pull, and all they wanted out of that pull was Gundam Wing Gundam 01, and that's what we got. I got exactly what I was going for in the gacha build. So I was like, hell yeah. It's just like a really tiny one though. Like you can kind of see here, it's pretty tiny. There's not a whole lot to it. You know, it's a little gotcha thing, so it makes sense. But yeah, there was Wing Gundam, Gundam Age, Zeta Plus, or you could switch it kind of and get these pieces. But we got the stuff for Wing Gundam. And if it couldn't be any more filled with plastic, like this. Look at all this. What is this? Like, what the hell? But yeah, we got some extra time. I actually painted that faster than I thought I would. Granted, I paint for table ready. I don't often paint like Golden Demon standards, and we can't base, which would be more time, but not a whole lot. So, maybe we can just do this. I don't know how long this will take, but we have like an hour and a half, so I feel like I'm in pretty good shape to do that. The issue definitely is though that this is not what I would call conducive instructions. So we're gonna really kind of wing it. Get it? Not mean to say that. That was unintentional. What? Hold see there's blue feet. Why do I have blue feet? Was I wrong? Is this not wing stuff? Or can you build everything? I saw this and that's where it made me think it was wing because it's got like the thing here. Oh no. Hold on. Hold on. Actually, hold on. We might be. Oh no. I think I may have realized something. Something terrible. Hold on. Oh, I'm not typing into a window. I didn't actually click the. Uh-oh. We're gonna find out something here, hopefully. Okay. Yeah, we're just standard mobile suit ensemble. Assemble. Was it ensemble? It is ensemble. Hold on. Maybe we're good? Hold on. We're at 14. Hold on. I gotta go back. I gotta go back a ways. They skipped 14 in the website. No. What do I do? Oh no. Or is this part 14? Yeah. Oh no. Uh-oh. Okay, at least the fear I had, I think, might be swayed. I think I may have dissuaded my fear. Oh, hold on, my wife. Okay. Sorry. So, part of me is wondering if maybe this is Zeta. I actually got Zeta Plus. I might have got Zeta Plus. To be honest, these aren't the most conducive instructions, so I'm not fully sure. Part of me is wondering, so I kind of think like, did I have to get more than one? That's what I've been trying to figure out. The website is not helping out. Let me see concept. What is the concept? Parts. I wonder. That's not what I want. Let me just do a classic Google search here. That's not what I wanted, but oh well. Let me see. So I'm just gonna look at a video quick. So it does look like at least one will work. So maybe we did just get Zeta, and that's why a lot of it's green. So I think, or gray. Okay. The question is, I don't entirely know where I'm starting off here. Oh dear. Yeah, not having these are not incredibly conducive instructions. Okay, let's get to 14 so I can see. I did not get wing, definitely. I can definitely tell that now. Man, if I could, if someone could. I love when video. The only video I can find is somebody who's done a mash cut. All right, well, let's figure this out. I think this is meant to stay as one piece. This is definitely not. This is clippable. What? Yes. Switch on this device. All right. So maybe this isn't. No, this is definitely no. Never mind. I am supposed to cut that off. Get to that in a minute. I actually can't wait to do my first gunpla relatively soon. I'm waiting and hoping that I can find a what's it called? The Jagdagoga. That's the stand. I'm not worried about that. I wish I could find better instructions, but I can at least kind of see here. So this will go in here. Alright, I've unfortunately immediately fallen into another immediately fallen into a pit. I don't see the part that is being shown. So I have this here. And then I need to find this piece right here. So Oh. Is it meant to be you? No. Oh, maybe. No. No, because it wouldn't fit. That wouldn't fit here. I can't. I have no parts. Huh? These are the hip joints I'm holding. I mean, the feet don't even match up though here. I might have to call it and kind of just look this up later. I need it for Zeta though. There's a video, but I need it for Zeta. Okay, it is meant to be that. Okay. This is the foot. This video maybe will be more helpful than I thought. Open. All right. Uh-oh. It's not the right. Yeah, that's big. This is the part I need technically though, because these come together. That actually made it easier, I think, to get it in there. Go around. And here we go. That's that one. Oh, what? Backwards? Alright. Alright, let's see here. Eh. Oh, this plastic monstrosity. At least we're getting somewhere. At least you can build this with the one kid. That's nice. I was worried for a second. Shoot. One second. Oh, I still did need to do. Oh, fuck. I done fucked up. Okay, here we go. Oh. Yeah, Everything's falling apart. Fucking hell. All right. What are we at now? Coming together at least. I'm doing some urban office group. Ugh. Are you? This. I have this upside down, I think. Yes, I did. There. Oops. far better now. All right. Getting there. I want to do the head lap, but let's see what we can get away with here. Let me quickly kind of view this video again. All right, this is back piece. We need, first I need to cut these off. All right, and then this is all bent. I think this comes in all bent as it is. Oh, this should be, no, this should be this. Remember the back, damn you. Middle. I've pulled everything out of the sprue at this point. In bags. Yeah, so like, I feel like I'm missing something. Huh. I feel like I'm missing a thing or two, but you know what? We can at least get this on, and then I'll figure the rest out later. We got this guy. I'll figure out the accessories in the backpack later. I do have to get going, unfortunately. So, thank you all for hanging out. This is going to be the only stream this week. So I'll be back next week, I think, for both Monday and Tuesday. Otherwise, I'm going to figure the rest of this out.